country of South Carolina. This is the birthplace of American barbecue. Jack Waybor, three-time South Carolina state champion. Bill West, founder of BBQTricks.com, and Jack also the founder of CarolinaPitmasters.com. This is what the show formerly known as MeatheadsTV.
Why are we formerly known, Bill?
Well, we're working on a name, and that's where you can help.
Of course, the viewers are welcome to come in. My good friend Craig Goldwyn gave me a call, who is known as Meatheads, or he's actually known as Meathead. He is Meathead, and
we're not insulting him. This is actually his name.
And he gave me a contact the other day and encouraged us to maybe go ahead and formulate a new brand, since he's been Meathead since God made dirt. I guess he's been Meathead. So we're going to go ahead and encourage the viewers to go ahead and send us a message on Facebook and give us a hand on making us a new name. So get on that Facebook page and give us some good feedback.
Little did I know we'd have another meathead in the fold.
There's meatheads everywhere, I think, Bill.
That's all right.
That's just what we do.
That's why we like the name in the first place.
That's right.
But we're going to revamp. So you can keep checking the website, and then we'll probably go in a different direction here and get a new name going. Suggestions, we'd love to get them. CarolinaPitmasters@gmail.com or Bill at BBQTricks.com. Now, I will say we did get some subscribers, so cheers to you.
Cheers to you,
Bill.
Bill.
We had like 30 or so subscribers on our feed. So
Tony Coons behind the camera. Here's cheers to Tony.
We're going to have some fun this week, and I'm having just a simple Miller Lite. You can tell, what are you having? Jeremiah Weed?
I'm having Jeremiah Weed, and it doesn't taste much like beer, Bill. It tastes more like lemonade than anything.
I thought I'd have you try something different.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the lemonade, Bill.
It's been sitting there for about 2 months, so hopefully you enjoy that.
Jeremiah Weed, good stuff if you like lemonade.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. Have you cooked any good meat lately?
We did, Bill. We were in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina this past weekend at a place called the Taste Show in Myrtle Beach. We were right outside the convention center. They put all the rigs right outside the convention center. Met the food TV personalities that were there. Didn't meet Guy Fieri. Did get to meet Aaron McCargo and a wonderful young lady named Andriana Geis, who won the Ultimate Recipe Showdown. We had a beautiful time. It was a wonderful weather. Everything was great. We cooked good food. Unfortunately, didn't cook food good enough to win the contest, Bill.
You didn't even meet Guy Fieri. His breakfast was what?
His breakfast was $90, and I thought that was a little bit expensive just to meet Guy and eat bacon and eggs. We did have an offer to go meet Fabio Viviani, who was from Top Chef. My friend Jim Morgan, a great guy in Myrtle Beach. On the way up, wrote me or called me and told me that he had 2 extra tickets to the show, $120 a plate for a 5-course Tuscan dinner, and of course, I was dressed for barbecue and not for a gourmet dinner.
You did it or did?
Couldn't do it. I couldn't see going out and spending all the money to reclothe myself.
The Guy Fieri gets $90 for a plate of eggs.
That's right.
We get
beer and lemonade.
Yeah.
What can you say?
That's right.
We're good at it, though.
All right, let's get right to viewer email here today. To Jack and Bill, I always just look for budget meat when I'm shopping, but I hear a lot about prime, choice, grade A, grass-fed. Is it all BS, or is there really a flavor difference? Signed, Where's the Beef Ted in Wichita?
It's not all BS. Meat is graded. The grading process is voluntary when it comes down to the USDA.
Voluntary?
It is voluntary, the grading process. The USDA grades for wholesomeness, or they inspect for wholesomeness, and they grade based on marbling in the meat. And there are 3 basic grades, prime, choice, and select. And then there's 2 grades beyond that, but we usually don't see those 2 grades beyond that. I think one's called butcher and one's called utility. And we don't see those grades at the grocery store. Most of the utility grade goes into what they call processed foods, which would be probably dog food and
so they don't have
and things
to be
like
graded?
that. Meat does not have to be graded but it has to be inspected. It does not have to be graded to sell in the grocery stores. Okay. However, if you're a consumer, you want to buy graded meat.
So what's the highest level that we should want?
Prime is the highest level that we should want, and it is called prime because it is the highest the highest fat content in the cow.
So it's like a fat-based thing. So am I really going to be able to tell the difference between the prime and whatever.
Absolutely, Bill, because fat is flavor
it's
when it
gonna be
comes
the
to the
fat.
meat. That's right. The leaner the meat, it won't be as juicy because the fat won't be there. When you get down to the select grades, the meat tends to dry out, especially when
That
you're
makes sense.
grilling. Sure,
But you could also do a lot just by looking at the meat in the pack. Too. If you just say, okay, this is grade A or prime, and don't actually look at the vacuum sealed pack, you could be doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah, and I tell you, select meat's become more and more popular, especially because it's leaner, and the housewife these days is looking for leaner cuts of meat with less fat in it, of course, because she thinks her family will be healthier because of it. That's why you're seeing a lot of enhanced meat these days. And I will make the statement right now, meat should not have an ingredient label. It shouldn't need to have, say, enhanced 10%. And that's why they're enhancing meat, because they're trying to bring moisture into the meat.
And Jack used to be a butcher, right?
I did. I cut meat for many years for the Big Wig organization.
What about grass-fed and Wagyu? Or is that stuff that sounds like, I hear a lot of people saying that's pretty legitimate stuff.
It is legitimate. Wagyu is actually a fat content itself. It is graded prime, and it has an incredible amount of fat in it because that fat, again, is flavor. But the Wagyu is regularly exercised, and they take good care of the meat. It's fed special diets and so on and so forth. That's always top grade. Wagyu and Kobe. Wagyu is actually American Kobe.
Not Kobe?
Kobe.
Okay. Kobe. I don't know.
I prefer to say Kobe. Kobe bounces basketballs.
So grass-fed, I mean, what about organic and stuff like that? Is that something you can tell?
I don't think you can tell organic. I've eaten a lot of meat, eat a lot of vegetables. To be quite honest with you, Bill, an organic apple tastes pretty much like any other apple you want to eat. However, you won't be getting you can't notice the additives that they use in the fertilizers and so on and so forth. While you're consuming it, it won't taste different, but it certainly can affect your body in adverse ways.
Okay, so there you go. Some of the differences between the grades and we'll get into aged and wet and dry later.
Yeah, that's another show, Bill. We'll go into that another day.
Real quick, our website of the week. We talked about Craig earlier and changing our name, so we thought this week our website of the week, AmazingRibs.com.
And that's for you, Craig. AmazingRibs.com. Go there, take a look. Craig has some great recipes up there for not only ribs. He has a good brisket. He has a bunch of different chicken recipes, and if you read through it all and can get on through it all, he might even mention my name once or twice.
AmazingRibs.com. How about our grilling gadget this week? Do you know what this is? Actually, this is what you use in our opening shot.
This is it. This is called a dial-o-matic injector. I use this mostly on small cuts, because I use a whole different injector on big cuts. And one of these days, gang, we'll go through this and we'll make us a big injector show, and I'll show you a ton of different injectors that I have. It's a great little injector. I use it for chicken. I use it a lot for Boston butts. It has a dial on the back here where you can adjust it for how many ounces you want to come through. It's triple needled right here, so you can you can get a good spread through the whole thing. And above all, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. You walk out, you pull that out of your toolbox while you're injecting. People come from miles around just to see what this thing is in your hand and what it's all about. Doesn't work any better than any other injector because, quite frankly, it's an injector, but it's called a dial-o-matic. Ring up my good friend Tim at cookingout.com, and he can get you a dial-o-matic.
There you go. All right, how about our secret ingredient? Secret ingredient this week, I think everybody's using it for something or another.
Secret ingredient is paprika today, Bill. Paprika.
You got a
and
what's the difference between like this paprika and then I've got a Hungarian hot paprika? How do we want to use it?
Well, the paprika is actually ground up chili peppers. It can be green peppers. Of course, all peppers are chilies. We know that from the start, or we should know that. So the different grades, Hungary is a big supplier for paprika. Their paprikas are generally known as hot or mild or sweet paprikas. The Spanish paprikas are generally known as smoked paprika. Of course, in the barbecue business, we like to use smoked paprika because it gives a little bit of a different reflection into the rubs or the sauces that we're using. It doesn't have a whole lot of taste to it. It can have some spice in it. However, mostly it's used for coloring, Bill. That's pretty much what paprika is used for.
So the flavor's not that big of a deal?
The flavor's not a huge deal, although if you're making goulash or paprika chicken, you certainly use it as a flavor ingredient. But you got to use a lot of it to get a lot of flavor.
So there you go. Paprika.
Paprika.
This week's secret ingredient. Hey, reach out to us. We're not exactly sure where we'll be from week to week, but most likely you can check out the original site or email either one of us. It's carolinapitmasters@gmail.com or bill@barbecuetricks.com. And please continue to subscribe either on iTunes. We'll try and keep that the same, or via our feed emails that we send out automatically.
There you go.
About 30 of you that did it last week, so thanks much. We'll chat with you next week, probably a new name, but send your suggestions to us.
Hug your mama.